She didn't open the door. She just pressed her lips against the crack in the frame and spat the words through it like venom. "We sold your things. The kids have a new father now. Get lost." It wasn't rage that filled me, or grief, just clarity. 8 months in the desert had stripped away everything but instinct and calculation. So I said 2 words. "As you wish." She laughed. She shouldn't have. By the time the sun set, her new man CEO called me directly, voice tight, breath quick. "Who the hell are you?" I didn't answer. Let him sit with the silence. Let him feel what I felt, weightless, unarmed, targeted. It didn't make sense at first. We'd spoken just 2 weeks before I boarded the flight home. She'd sent a picture, our kids on the trampoline, her smile wide and perfect. No hint, no warning. Then I landed, cab home, bags still dusted with foreign sand. And that door didn't open. The locks were changed, the curtains pulled. I knocked once. She spoke like I was a pest. No explanation, just finality, just dismissal. I stood there for a long time, long enough for the neighbor's porch light to flicker on. I didn't beg, I just made one call. Not to her, not to my mother, to the only man who owed me a favor he could never repay, my lawyer. The one whose son I dragged out of a burning convoy 6 years ago. He didn't ask questions, just said, "Give me 8 hours." I checked the street cameras myself. The man had been coming over for 3 months, always when I called from overseas, always after the kids were asleep, sloppy. I pulled his name from her phone records. A financial consultant, divorced, ambitious, too clean. I looked deeper. He wasn't just her lover, he was angling. Photos of them at fundraisers, her smiling like she'd upgraded, him shaking hands with my clients. She'd helped him climb, using my network, my name, the goodwill I'd built with blood and dust. And he was dumb enough to let her, dumb enough to believe she was loyal. I dug until I hit something sharp. One document, an email chain. She'd sent him access to my investment accounts, suggested liquidating certain assets. Theft. Malicious, deliberate theft. For a man who fancied himself corporate royalty, he had no idea the walls he'd just walked into. I sent the email to my lawyer. Subject line, "Pull the pin." At 7:04 p.m., the man's CEO called, stammered my name, asked if I was that Anthony Raines, the one who owned 8% of their firm through a blind trust, the one who had mentored 3 of their board members. I let him talk, let him connect the dots. Finally, he asked, "Why are you doing this?" I said only, "Because your golden boy stepped on a landmine, and my name was on it." I forwarded the email chain, proof of breach. Ethics violation, corporate espionage. The CEO didn't speak again, just hung up. She called that night, for the first time in weeks, voice trembling. "They fired him, froze his accounts. You ruined him." No anger, just disbelief. She wasn't used to consequences, only manipulation. "We could talk," she said, "for the kids." I laughed. Once. Cold. Then I told her, "I already filed for full custody. Your new house? Bought with misappropriated funds. Civil asset seizure is likely. As for the kids, they know. Everything." I didn't need to scream. She was already drowning. "You can't do this." I ended the call. That was her second mistake. The first was thinking I was the same man who left for war. They say betrayal feels like a knife, but it's colder than that, quieter. It feels like standing at your own front door, hearing the life you bled for being given away like trash left on the curb. But I didn't bleed for nothing. I bled for clarity, discipline, precision. Now I have my kids, A clean slate. And she has silence, disgrace, a man who'll never work in his field again. I'm not angry anymore, just focused. As you wish, I said, and I meant it.